Hello everybody. So I wanted to make you a video on one of the things that was asked as far as some help for alignment and everything, the Salamba Sarvangasana, the supported shoulder stand. It's something that we do if you do the level 2 classes or if you're doing any of the Ashtanga Mysore classes, you're doing this every single time. We don't do it in the regular classes, of course. This is not a beginner's pose. If you want to do a beginner's version of it, it would just be, a block under the sacrum with your legs up. That would be more like Viparita Karani with the legs up the wall, that type of thing. And you'll still get a lot of the same benefits. But I'm going to show you full supported shoulder stand and a couple of ways to do it. So, number one, the correct alignment for this pose is hips over shoulders, ankles over hips. So everything is actually lined up in a vertical line, okay? If you have tight deltoids, outer deltoids, or if you have tight pectoral muscles, you're probably not gonna like this pose as much because it takes a lot of large muscles to help keep the alignment of this posture and keep the chest from actually collapsing, because what you'll see and what you probably feel if you have those tight muscles, and also if you're erector spinae, the muscles around the actual spine, if those are not strong enough, you're gonna get a little bit of a rounding in the back, and it's gonna be hard to keep the hips stacked over the shoulders. Once you do find alignment in this posture, it's going to feel like a dream. Your chest will be open enough and collarbones will be spread, and you'll have the breath, give the breath an opportunity to flow freely, and everything will feel just like you're standing in Tadasana. It'll feel nice and freeing. And some of the benefits of this posture are, even though you are really bending the neck here, it forces the neck muscles, like if you stay in it long enough, forces the neck muscles to release. Your neck muscles are like, all right, we're not gonna hold on anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and just let go. So it actually relaxes the neck. It also stimulates the blood pressure sensors in the body so the heart rate can lower and the blood vessels can relax. So this is a really, anytime your feet are above your heart, you're doing a lot of good stuff for the body. What I'm gonna show you is actually with props. So if you are not already, vertical, legs perpendicular to the floor, if you're not already there, there's a couple of things, that's why I love props so much, that you can use to help you. One is blankets, and the other one is a strap. So the reason I use, or have used blankets, did use blankets for a really long time, and I still do, is because I had a neck injury, so I'm very protective over my neck. And honestly, I'm very protective over your necks too. So when you say your neck is just right on the floor, this is your neck, you bring the legs up, you're gonna bend the neck. When you use a blanket, it's gonna make or keep the neck neutral when your legs go up. This is your body. So we wanna try to keep the neck, as neutral as possible. We don't wanna overstretch the neck and things like that. So if you are sensitive with your neck, you definitely wanna use blankets. You can use as many as you need. I have a really long neck, so I always needed like 3 or 4 blankets. I have two blankets here that I'm gonna show you with. You just wanna make sure they're folded so that the folded edges are lined up. With your strap, you're gonna want to, or your belt, your yoga belt, you're gonna wanna loop it, because this is going to go around the upper arms. And it's gonna be a little bit tricky because you kind of have to do it while your legs are already up. So make sure it's already wide enough to be able to fit your arms so that your elbows are lined up with the shoulders. That's technically where we wanna be with this. And then our hands are gonna be supporting our lower back. A lot of the times when we put our legs up, the arms are out here, and our hands are too high on the back. So our goal with our arms in shoulder stand is to bring the elbows in and try to have the hands as close to the shoulder blades as possible. I'll show you. You're gonna use a wall because the wall is gonna help you get your spine as vertical as possible. And we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so here I am at the wall. I don't recommend just having your neck hanging out like this, and also my alignment teacher, my Iyengar base teacher would recommend having, you know, like I said before, 3 or 4 blankets that would actually support my neck at this point. You wanna have your shoulders as close to the edge of the blanket as possible. And I know you can't see my legs, but you can see right here that I'm pressing my feet on the wall. My feet are flat on the wall, and this is how I'm gonna get myself up to start. I'm gonna put my arms in the strap, okay? That way my elbows have no choice, but they cannot go any further than the strap. And then I'm already, before I lift my legs, I'm walking my shoulders in, and I'm trying to get my hands as close to the shoulder blades as possible. You're gonna press the outer shoulders down, and you're gonna press the inner shoulders up. And also I wanna make one more note here. Sometimes when we're doing shoulder stand, we keep our thumbs around, you know, the pelvic rim. We don't wanna do that and spread the thumbs. Just keep everything here, okay? So here I go. Feet are going up, and then I'm just gonna continue to try to lift. Feet are together, you're pressing through the inner edges of the feet, and then the outer edges of the feet press down. So you can even see here, I have tight pectoral muscles, so my spine is not going to be totally erect. But this is good, I can work with this. Neck is nice and long, and so we take 8 breaths here. You can feel the muscles in the back working, the erector spinae, the latimus dorsi, the deltoids, the outer arms. And then you're gonna keep pressing the pelvis forward, making the legs straight. And I don't recommend moving the neck around while you're doing this. So you just wanna look straight up. You can stay here as long as, 20 breaths, 2 minutes, whatever. In our practice, we usually do 8 full breaths. And then we go into our halasana. You don't have to do this, but when you're done with shoulder stand, just slowly controlled movement down. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. Benefits of doing it, lots of benefits for the heart and other things. If your deltoids, the outer arms, or not the outer deltoids, I should say, they're a larger muscle, but around the outer side of them, if those are tight, you're gonna have a difficult time. If your pectoris muscles are tight here, they like cross the whole chest. If those are tight, you're gonna have a hard time because your arms have to open up, your chest has to open up. If you have a sensitive neck, you're gonna wanna support that for sure. And it takes a lot of large group muscles and strengthening those large group muscles to make the alignment happen in this posture. And don't think that you have to do it perfectly. I mean, we don't want you to get injured, of course, but sometimes you have to do the posture the best you can in order to strengthen those muscles. There's certainly other ways you can strengthen the latimus dorsi and the erector spinae, which are the muscles in the back along the spine. Tilting the pelvis forward and having a tall spine as often as possible is helpful. Tadasana is helpful. If you have any other questions or want specific postures to help you with the strengthening, just reach out to me. But sometimes it's not always stretching. It's not always about flexibility. It's about strengthening the right group of muscles to be able to hold the body up. And strengthening those muscles is actually what keeps us from losing our mobility as well. So you guys are important to me. I hope this was helpful. I'm gonna be doing some more. So I think down dog is next, but these will be, in the group forever for your reference, and I hope you have a good day.